to go from that to being ACC Player of the Year is just, I see him work as hard as he does every morning. I mean, he'll be in there at 6 a.m. every single morning. Maybe like once a week he doesn't do it when he has an off day, but he's there diligently working every practice. He's going hard, and like he sets a standard for everybody, especially for like Elliott and Zayden, the freshmen, to see how it is to work and see what needs to be done.
How did you find out that Hubert won ACC Coach of the Year?
He didn't even tell us. I don't even know how he found out. He was telling us all the awards that we won, and then at the end, Coach Lebo was like, "Oh, also the Coach of the Year for Hubert Davis." He didn't really, it kind of shows that Hubert Davis, Coach HD is, and he's not the guy to kind of say it himself. And the other coaches had to give him his praise, and we had to tell him ourselves like how much we appreciate him and how much of a coach he is. He doesn't really want the praise. He doesn't want the attention. He doesn't want the glory. He just wants to win.
Did you have a moment to tell him that and just congratulate him?
I did. I did separately a moment of time.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I keep that.
Okay.
Keep that to us.
Yeah.
But I definitely did talk to him and tell him how appreciative I am for him believing in me and allowing me to come here and just giving me the opportunity to show my talent on the highest level.
What about Armando with the defensive team? He's been saying he's a 3-and-D guy. We've heard that.
Hey, if he's pushing that, he's pushing it, man. The 3-and-D. Y'all saw him the last shot he hit in the Smith Center. Was it 3, right?
He's two for his last two.
Mm-hmm. 2 for his last 2. I told him to shoot some more. I'm not sure if HD would be okay with that, but Mondo makes them. They're not gonna say anything.
Coach did say that Mondo has a 3 in his bag. He just has to use it at the appropriate time, and that time may be never.
He said that?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's a pretty good quote. He did say that. That's
Yes,
time may
he
be
did.
never.
He said that after.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch him shoot, like shoot separately, he makes them at a high enough clip to where like when we have shooting drills in practice, he'll be top 5, top 6, which is kind of surprising. You wouldn't expect that with all the guards we have. But yeah, he'll be top 5, top 6, so he can shoot the ball.
Where do you kind of rank in the shooting drills?
It was like 2 or 3. Ours is usually 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of makes
Usually
sense.
2 or 3. Or Cormac and Paxton's up there.
Harrison, for you personally, it's March now, fully. How excited are you for this? I mean, I know there's work to do here, but,
Right.
you've never played in the NCAA tournament before. You are going to play in the NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm. I never played in the NCAA tournament or ACC tournament. So
Sure.
I'm kind of just excited to, just be here and, be on the team. And we won the regular season title. We're coming in this with a number 1 seed and hopefully trying to get number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. And, for me, it's just about taking it one game at a time and just keep enjoying it, kind of live in the moment. I know the future is the future and the past is the past. I'm just trying to live in the present.
I think Armando used the word desperately. You guys desperately want to win the ACC tournament. What do you feel like the level of desire is in the locker room for this conference tournament?
I feel like, after the losses that we took from the regular season, the teams that we thought we shouldn't have lost to, I feel like, since that moment, we feel desperate for every game. I mean, whether it's ACC tournament, I feel like whether it's this next game we play tomorrow, or the game after that, or the last game or Notre Dame, you name it. I feel like we're just so desperate and we all have a chip on our shoulder, we're ready to win. And I feel like we're not satisfied. I think we know we're number 1 seed, but I don't know how, but we still feel like we're the underdogs.
Coach
It does
Davis
feel like
kind of-
you've. Go ahead.
Coach Davis kind of talked about coaching with his personality and players playing with you guys' personality. How have you seen that kind of just improve team energy and competitiveness?
It's kind of crazy how much team chemistry is important in basketball. You see a bunch of teams, even now in the ACC or in the Pac-12 or SEC, ACC, Big Ten, and what's the other one? That's big.
Pac-12.
Big 12. There'll be teams with a bunch of talent and the most talent, but then teams with less talent will play better than them and have a better record than them. And I think it shows the chemistry and how hard you play. And I think when you really get along with your players, being here, I feel like I'm blessed to be on a team where I actually generally get along with everybody. And it's not always that nice, especially as a transfer, you're going into a new situation. Being on a team with us, people who are literally my best friends in my life, here on the same team, I feel like it just makes playing on the court so much easier and so much harder whenever you really don't care who gets the shine or who scores the most points or whose night it is or who gets the most rebounds or who gets the most assists. We just want to do whatever it takes to win.
It does feel like you guys have sort of maybe recaptured the confidence and the mojo that you had.
For sure.
Is that something that you feel or can sense about this group at this moment?
I don't think we ever lost it. I think we lost some games and we kind of lost the sight of what got us there. But I don't think we ever lost our mojo. I feel like we lost the sight of kind of what got us there, having the chip on our shoulder and being the hardest playing team, because I don't think we're the most talented team in the country. But I think that us playing hard and playing hard and playing together is a talent in my opinion, and that's a skill to be able to play together and play hard every possession, no matter if you're up or down. And I feel like we all have that.
Do you guys have a mantra or something specific, a statement that you're emphasizing in practice as of recently? Or do you have a
Whatever it
personal
takes, whatever it takes. That's what Coach Davis says a lot. Kind of whatever it takes, whether that's playing Florida State where you have to switch everything, or playing Virginia Tech where they hard hedge, chasing Couture around all those pin downs, or you're playing Duke in a crowd where they hate you, and people are telling RJ they want to kill him and stuff like that, and it kind of just whatever it takes. And we have to go get rebounds, we have to guard the best player, we have to play Virginia and do 30-second defensive possession every time. It's kind of just whatever it takes.
And I guess just going back to, you brought up the taunting with the RJ, which, I personally think that that's just not something that any fan or anybody should be saying.
Right.
But, is that something, were you hearing that during the game, or did you just see it on social media?
I'm not really on social media. I didn't hear it. And
Okay.
I just heard they were talking about it in the locker room. And I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, that's wild. And then they showed me the video, so then I heard it on the video, but I didn't hear it during the game. And I thought that was crazy. I know how people get in the heat of the moment, though. They're probably, I'm guessing they're probably drunk at the game, say stuff that they don't mean and do stuff they don't mean.
Yeah. Definitely out of line. But,
How close
I
or
guess-
how close or not close were you to getting on the roof of the bus with Cormac?
I was on my way up there, and then Eric Hoots grabbed me and said, "Do not go up there and try to get us all down." But I was on my way up there. I was about to go up there and jump around.
Okay.
Get lit.
Where were you guys parked? Where were they parked?
Right outside of Canes, I think. Was it? I might
think it was
I don't know.
further,
Was it right
it was
there?
further down the street near.
I know it was on Franklin.
Okay. Yeah.
Somewhere on that street.
All right. So you were making your way up there and then got
I
yanked
was
back.
this close. I was this close.
What music were you guys listening to on the bus ride back from Duke?
It's important.
Ooh. I don't even know. I wasn't even listening to music. I was just lit. I was just jumping around. I didn't even listen to any of the music. I was just having a good time. We're taking pictures with our trophy. Looking outside, seeing all the people, all the fans outside the bus. Slapping the bus, like shaking the bus, and just yelling. And it was a great experience.
Did you experience another blackout moment at any point?
I feel like that Duke game, I experienced a blackout moment again. Just being in the, I don't know, when I first walked out, I just didn't expect it to be that loud. I don't know. People always say, you never really are prepared for it, and I wasn't prepared for it. It was loud. It was loud.
When we talked to you in October, you said you immediately had an "oh my gosh, I'm a Carolina basketball player" moment when you went to
Wendy's, I think.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
Yeah, we're talking about
and people working behind the counter want to take pictures. with
Yeah.
you. You've had a lot of time now to be that guy on center stage.
Right.
What is it like being a player in this program, especially considering you've had experience in another major program, but not quite Carolina?
It's all a blessing, the fame or whatever you want to call it. The notoriety, playing on ESPN every night, playing against the best teams. I feel like one thing that is underrated about playing at this level is that you get everybody's best shot, and no matter who you're playing, they're going to play their best game. They're going to be ready to go. And I remember at Stanford, whenever we would play the big name teams like Arizona or UCLA, like everyone was ready. Everyone got their 10 hours of sleep or however many hours of sleep you need, and got your shots up and everybody's ready to go. And us being that team now is kind of a blessing. I feel like it makes the game a lot more fun knowing that everybody's gonna play the hardest against you and get everybody's best shot.
What kind of wow moments have you had since then, and what is the weirdest selfie request that you've had?
I had the most weirdest moment I had. I was walking to class, and someone walked up to me and they were like, "I love you. I really love your smile. Will you smile for me?" I was like, "What?" They're like, "Will you smile for me?" And they got their phone out. I was like, I thought they were going to take a selfie. They tried to take a picture of me smiling. I was like, "Nah, I'm good. We can take a picture together, but I'm not just gonna smile for you."
Female?
Yeah, it was a female.
Anytime we run anything with you, on any of
I
our
didn't say
platforms,
anything.
if you're smiling, there's always a lot of women that comment on your smile.
Yeah, we have heard that you have a nice
You have a
smile.
money smile.
Thank you. Thank you.
See, I was going to stay out of it and not say a word.
Getting back to basketball for a little bit though. So
That's right. Basketball.
have you guys talked at all about just the possibility of playing Duke in the ACC tournament?
Yeah, obviously we talked about it. It'd be nice to play them again and get a third win. But I feel like we're trying to take it one game at a time. It's a tournament. A lot of teams here, they're right on the edge of the tournament, the NCAA tournament, and they just need a few wins. So teams will be here ready to go. The two teams that we might play, Virginia Tech, Florida State, they're playing right now, and both of them more Virginia Tech are close to the tournament, and a win against us would be big for them. So we're ready to go.
How important is chasing the number 1 seed? I mean, that's there's a lot of accomplishments that you guys are sort of clicking off, and that would be another one. Like would that be a big deal? Do you think for this group?
It doesn't really matter to me, but I feel like, Coach, I'm not sure how it means to other people, but to me, it doesn't really matter 1 or 2 seed. I feel like, we had a great season. We were regular season champs, and no matter who we play, the NCAA tournament's gonna be a good team and we're ready to win.
Harrison, we've talked about kind of over the last few games your shot, your 3-point shot. How are you feeling about it? Just going in to the tournament.
Feel good.
Feel good? Yeah. That was basically
I wanted to also touch on, we've asked about, your reaction to Bacot and everyone else getting the All ACC awards, but, selected to the 3rd team. Just what was your reaction to that?
No, it was cool. It was a blessing, to be All ACC, and for me, I don't really care about all those awards and stuff. I was more just happy that my teammates got it. I mean, Coach of the Year, ACC Player of the Year, All Defensive Team, ACC Second Team. It's all a blessing to see that, and I feel like it shows how much our team has bought in to playing together and playing defense. And I think we're number 1 defense in the ACC. I'm pretty
Correct.
sure. Right?
Correct.
Like,
6th in the country.
Exactly, and I feel like if you were to look at our team, we're undersized. We play small, we play fast, and I feel like if you look at our team, you wouldn't expect us to be the best team in the ACC on defense, but we were.
I saw one ballot that had you 2nd team All ACC. I can't remember whose it was, but I saw one ballot that had you.
Let's go.
On
for
the
me, it's
second team.
all about the wins. To my knowledge, we were the number 1 team in the ACC, so I feel like our 5 should have been the 1st team, but don't ask me.
Okay.
He said that when he told Armando that he was on the all-defensive team, and Armando said he's a 3-and-D guy now. So,
what they
you
said,
envision
too.
Armando, how far down the pecking order does 3-and-D come?
It's no comment.
What are your thoughts about him getting that honor? He's a guy that really had to shape himself into being that dude.
Right. I feel like it shows how bought in our whole team is. He could have came in. He was All-American last year. He could have been asking for shots, asking for the ball, and he bought in. RJ got hot, and we bought into giving RJ the ball and having a lot of other players and playing faster. And for him, he could have been mad, and he decided not to be mad. He decided to help us in other ways. And I feel like our ball screen defense has been a lot better because of him and his ability to guard the guard and stay with the big and not give up lobs backdoor. And then his help side defense is amazing, and his one-on-one defense in the post is amazing.
This team is known for its selflessness. How much is Armando sort of the guy who it kind of drips down from him because of the way, what you just said, the way he's sort of given of himself this year?
I feel like it's kind of started from the beginning. Since the first day I got here, the first pickup, the first practice, everyone's been about winning. I didn't expect it to be like that coming in. I expected it to be, I don't know how I expected it to be, but I didn't expect it to be this kind of smooth transition to everyone winning. And I feel like in pickup, it was so competitive, and like everyone saw that for us to win, we have to play together and play as a team.
It's because on Armando, does he sort of fool you in a way because he's so goofy and jokes around? But the thing I've found with him is he knows the opposing team's scout. He really does. He has studied it in terms of what AJ's talking about with his defense, his ball screen coverage. Does his personality almost mask the seriousness with which he takes his preparation and stuff like that?
I'm not sure if I would agree with that per se. 'Cause I feel like personality doesn't really have anything to do with how he plays basketball. I feel like off the court he's a goofy guy, jokester. Y'all see it in the media. He's always joking around, and I feel like I'm the same way too. But that doesn't mean that on the court he's not serious. I feel like every scout he's ready to go. He's calling out plays. I feel like as a whole, that whole starting 5 is kind of calling out plays, and we're seeing stuff that you can't really teach, and we're getting steals that are only got not because we're more athletic than you, just because we're ready to go.
We had 2 more quick questions. One,